double feature for you today. Starting off with Snozages in his T-95. He's going to show us how to T-95. 2 games today. 2 for the price of 1, guys. I just walked Marty. I just got back from a long walk with Marty, and boy, is he a happy puppy. And that's why I had to have the intro with Marty in it, because he puts me in a good mood. Every time I walk Marty, I'm in a good mood. He is learning to listen. He's only a year old, so we're working on his recall. Took him out on a hill, a big park. I walk him there, and then I let him off leash. And he sometimes finds a friend, another dog, and he takes off, shoot, when he sees another dog. Unlike the T-95, which is not zooming anywhere. And he goes, and then they just have rambunctious fun play. It's off-leash area. You're allowed to leave your dogs off. I don't live in a communist province where they, like in Ontario, where it's illegal to let your dog off the leash for fear of being fined and or arrested. I'm not kidding. If you live in Toronto and you let your dog off the leash, they can put you in jail. I live in Western Canada, where you can let your dog roam free. And he plays and plays and plays, and then I say, Marty, come. And he kind of stops and looks, and he wants to keep playing. And I look at him, and 9 times out of 10, he doesn't listen to me. But, I don't yell, I don't react. Because I train him. I've got this leash that's 20 feet long. And when he's not playing with dogs, I let him run to the end of the 20-foot leash. And then I say, Marty, come. And he comes, and I give him a little treat. And I'm working on it like that with him, right? We're walking somewhere else. He's on this long leash. Let him out. He's 20 feet away. You know, snooping around. I go, Marty, come. He comes. I give him a little treat. And we practice this. Then we go to the off-leash area where there's other dogs. And he finds one, and they're going crazy, running circles around each other, jumping, a little bit of wrestling and horseplay, and they're just zooming here and zooming there, zooming everywhere. And then I go, Marty, come. And he looks over, and I think in his little mind, he's thinking, do I want that treat? Do I want that treat? Or do I want to keep playing? And he keeps playing. So far, he keeps playing 7 times out of 10. But then, after he's played a bit, and maybe the other owner's walking away and he's getting a little farther, I don't go follow him. I look at him and I go, Marty, come. And he looks, and then boom, he's coming back like a rocket. Zoom! The happiest thing you've ever seen. He's just finished playing with the other dogs, and he comes straight up right beside me. He sits down and looks up, and he wants his treat. And I give it to him. And he's the happiest thing. He's so happy just for that tiny little morsel that I give him. He is so happy. He got to play with another dog. He got his treat because he listened. And everybody's happy. Ha! And that's why you had the Marty intro today. Such a wonderful... you have to enjoy the little things, I guess. If little things don't make you happy, then you're going to probably have a really tough life. You got to let little things bring you joy. And just seeing Marty running back full speed, I would say tail wagging, but he doesn't have a tail. He's an Australian Shepherd. Australian Shepherds, they have docked tails. And I think they look cute. At first I was a little... do I really... rather he had it... No, I've seen a few Australian Shepherds with tails, and they look weird. I don't know. Humans decided, whatever. He's the happiest dog I've ever met. So he does not give a shit that he doesn't have a tail. He looks cuter without a tail. He does the little bum wiggle when he's excited. You know, dogs without tails... when they get excited to see it, they can't wag, so they shake their rears. They're really funny. All right. So Marty has put me in a good mood, as you can tell, because I'm not bitching and complaining. we are watching Snozages, which is funny and a little bit ironic because your name sounds like a dog treat. Okay? It sounds like you should be a dog treat, Snozages. And I think it is, right? Isn't there a commercial where a dog walks by and he says, Snozages? I think so. He's showing us how to T-95. Now you are doing everything that Marty would not do, and that is sit still. And he knows if he ventures anywhere, he probably can't get back. So he might as well just hang around. This is completely unlike Marty. His real name is not Marty. Marty is his nickname. His real name is Mad Mardigan. But we call him Marty. And now, instead of the excitement of enjoying Marty running around on the hill, we get to watch Snozages sit in a bush. But someone has shown up, and Mr. Snozages is slowly lumbering his way towards a potential victim, and he is going to snap-a-rooney him for 700. See, that's a little thing, and it makes me happy. It makes me happy seeing an American tank. It makes me happy seeing an American tank do well. I don't know why. It just does. It just does. You're doing great, buddy. Now it looks like you're going to have a little bit... Oh, you got the artillery. What is the artillery doing behind? Get out of the way, for Christ's sakes. All he needs is an SPG in his way. He's slow enough. He needs an SPG up his ass. He needs an SPG up his ass like I need... You fill the rest of it. And this guy has no idea. Yeah, let him have. Oh, Ruski tank. Ruski tank and Japanese. Russians and Japanese. America can handle Russia and Japan at same time. You take that to start. We low roll. We know you Russian, so we low roll. I know. Game is Russian. It cannot kill you. But that is okay. Don't have engine? Fuck engine. We don't need engine, right? Have you driven a Ford lately? Have you driven a Ford lately? Say hello to my little friend. Are we low rolled? Or are we high rolled? Doesn't matter. It's over. It's over. Ooh-ha! America! I'm in a good mood. I'm in a good mood. Victory, baby. Victory, baby. Ace tanker. That's how you T-95. Look at this. It didn't look like much. 10 out of 10. 10 shots, 10. 10 out of 10. That was a 10 out of 10. Mokata for all is now going to show us how to CDC, the opposite of the T-95. T-95, big, slow, heavily armored, TD. CDC, completely the opposite. Pile of shit. Okay? On the one hand, you have big, slow, heavily armored TD. On the other hand, you have a pile of shit. Which is ironic as well, because that is also related to Marty. Right? Snozages, the dog treat, pile of shit, sometimes associated with dogs. Everything on my channel is interconnected. It all makes sense, right? There's a reason that we're watching these games. That's how they're connected. One of them, the person's name sounded like a dog treat, and this one is like dog shit tank. But in seriousness, guys, the old CDC, you don't see them anymore. You don't, why? Because it's shit, that's why. But Makuta, let me call you, I'm just going to call you Makuta. I hope I'm saying your name right. He's going to show us how to CDC. The complete opposite of the T-95. You can actually go places in the CDC. Now, you cannot tank in a CDC. You cannot hit anything in a CDC. You cannot bounce anything in a CDC. All you can do in a CDC is hope. Now, let's not trash the CDC the whole game. You can bounce in a CDC. Talk about a tank that was released to such fanfare and such praise and such admiration among the whole EUCC community, how this tank was going to redefine medium tank premium gameplay. So fast, so maneuverable, such gun depression, such You should buy one. Did you? Did you buy one? I hope not. But if you did, and you want to know how to do well in it, then pay attention. Because Akuna Makada is going to show us how. So far, what he's doing is he's sniping and trying to remain undetected by those little guys to the left of him on the hill. If one of them pokes the ridgeline and detects him, all those guys in the middle will just turn their turrets slowly and shoot in this general direction, and the CDC negative armor will absorb the full impact of the shell, and the tank will explode! The CDC has negative armor, which means for most tanks in the game today, it is an auto pen. Meaning if a shell flies in your general direction, it will enter your vehicle if you're driving a CDC. Because almost every gun in the game overmatches your lumbering turd structure. But in this situation, where the enemies are not poking, versus Muppets, the CDC is completely adequate. If any enemy on the hill at least moved and proxy spotted these guys, he and the rest of his teammates, then that force that they have down there in the center would annihilate all these guys on the hill. But alas, the enemies are constructed and consistent and filled with the assortment of cloth wearing, I'm speaking of Rizzo the Rat, Miss Piggy, Elmo, Kermit the Frog, Mr. Snuffleupagus, Disfeeder Chef, Mork, and the assortment and cast of The Muppet Show. They are all Muppets. That's good. But they are winning. Somehow the Muppets are winning. How is it possible that the Muppets are winning? Maybe I've got it all wrong. No, I don't got it all wrong. Let's just keep watching. He has farmed about 2,000, which seems like a low number, and it is, because he is playing a tank with low alpha that bounces a lot. So even though he's been shooting the whole time, he's up to 2,000 damage. Now this T-94 is getting close to spotting him. He has to be ready to run. He's got to be ready, like Bruce Springsteen. He's got to be ready to run. You can keep shooting, buddy, but I mean, you're not going to pen these. Oh! No, that wasn't you. It just looked like it was you, so you could get excited. This thing has trouble penning the sides of some of the newer tanks. Okay. Now he's going to... Oh, this is dangerous. If you get... if he's detected now, if the people in the center shoot... Yeah, there you go. You got to repair. You got to get out of there. Luckily, only one of them shot. If 2 or 3 of them noticed, oh, there's a CDC up there, he'd be dead. That would be it. One mistake. One mistake. If the enemies were on the ball, well, I guess a lot of them are dead now that we're in the center. If that happened at the beginning of the game, if someone did a little run like that and detected him at the beginning of the game, when there was 4 or 5 guys in the center, he'd be dead in literally 3 seconds. But he is not dead. He is French and he is fighting on. Yes. Oh, your negative armor has absorbed another shot. If they just blind shoot here now, you're dead, buddy. I would... He's almost dead. The CDC. That's not the Center for Disease Control. It's the French baguette. Oh, you're spotted. That is not good. Oh, he's gonna get shot. Shoot. Yes. Oh, beautiful. He's a little bit of luck. A little bit of aggressive play. Actually, I wouldn't even say it was aggressive play. All he did, he went to a standard position. Standard bush, standard place in the middle. A lot of the enemies are in the middle. So he's got shots like that. He misses almost all of them because he's in a CDC. Standard position. And the enemies were dumb enough not to spot the hill for their teammates in the center. So that's how you make the CDC work. You hope that the enemies are Muppets. But it's nice to see. It's nice to see someone making it work. I'd like to ask you, Makada, how many times do you have to play the CDC to end up having a good game? Do you have like 9 terrible games where you just get detected and explode? Or do you do fairly well consistently? I'd like to know. Now you're spotted. Oh, how? Okay, I'm surprised that he's not spotted there. Conway. Why is he not spotted? Because he's winning 10-6 and the spotting mechanics have changed? Is that what happened? How could he not have been spotted there? I don't know, guys, but he was not. Can he feather a shot through? No, of course not. It's a CDC. Can he feather a shot through? Come on. Can he feather a shot? I want to see a feather shot. Yes, he did. He shot it under the railroad tracks. He is sniping like a motherfucker. Beautiful. He's up to 4,000 damage. This is beautiful. This is a pleasure to watch. Oh, that one hit the tracks. He's going to keep going. The Muppet is going to surge forward. Okay, right. Let him surge forward. There. Yes, beautiful. Oh, this is when the stars align, guys. The sun pokes through those clouds as they part, and the rays shine down on your ass. And you get a game like this. Enemy touché, which means you bounced in French. In French, ennemi touché means you bounced and did 0. But victory nonetheless brings to a close our time together today. Beautiful. You didn't even finish on top with XP because you were sniping most of the time, but that's okay. You made some credits. Contrast in styles. T-95 CDC. Now we go give Marty a belly rub and enjoy the rest of my day. Just like you guys are going to do. Catch you tomorrow.